Alright, and welcome back to the 23rd episode, I believe, of What If Civilization Started on Another Planet. I'm pretty sure when you're going to be seeing this, which I need to, make an upload schedule so you guys can, predict stuff. I mean, my goal Wednesday, I'm going to sound really stupid, if this just gets posted on, a Saturday or something, but hopefully on Wednesday, but I wouldn't be surprised with my little lazy self. That will not be happening. But anyways, as I am recording this, we have indeed hit 100 subscribers, which I'm very excited about, and it's kind of crazy. So I do have to thank everyone. And I'm obviously right now when I'm recording this, the Purple Team video is pre-recording, premiering, and for you guys that came out either 2 days ago or a week ago. So hopefully it's the one that's sooner. But anyways, we're actually going to get right into this video, and I have done a little work on this. Is with the main stuff being there's now another border dispute. Even though these guys lost the war, they still don't recognize now that these guys own this piece of land right here. They believe that it does not belong to them, and it is still somehow rightfully theirs. Even the province that they didn't have, they still claim over, and these two do not like each other in the slightest. But now that these guys are in an alliance, are they not? What? Don't worry about that, because what's going to be happening is that this country right here, they have had issues right here and everything. So there has been talks with trying to connect all the countries together. For example, these guys were recently connected all together right here. These guys have been all connected, yada yada. So now all that's left is these ones, these guys to here, and this. Because that could benefit everyone with materials more easily passing and all that stuff. So there's kind of become a little project. There's going to be a bunch of countries trying to work together to just kind of expand towards each other with the goal of all connecting, which is going to help greatly to everyone, just with a bunch of stuff. So these guys will take on one of the main tasks since they are the closest, but they will also be kind of supplied by a few countries, mainly these guys, because they have pretty friendly relations, just to be able to expand with of course also these guys doing a bit of their own even after losing that little war. And of course the blue team, being the very big and powerful country they are, they're going to get really close and just make this really big little bulge right here. Is going to get really close, and probably by the end of this episode, if not the next episode, these two very large areas will be connected, and that will be a whole nother thing that's going to be talked about. And who knows how that's going to work. And I mean, to be fair, the real reason these guys are talking about it is because if they successfully do that, they can get a whole nother sphere of influence for all of these guys. So that is one of the main reasons that they're doing it. So I mean, that's kind of obvious, but they're disguising it kind of as it's going to help out everyone, which I mean, it still is. It's just that it's going to be benefiting them the most out of anyone. So yeah, no, these guys are going to do a lot of expansion, but that is going to be it for what they're going to be doing for a while, because they are becoming very, very big. But of course, time has gone on, and countries have been able to get a lot larger, but none have really been trying to get that big compared to these guys. I mean, their whole point of that was. But finally, we will be seeing actually these guys right here, after a very long time, decide it is time to expand again. So what they are going to do is they're going to take all of this area right here and just take it over, because they've been actually getting pretty populated. They could be using some new space and resources. So I mean, it's a pretty good reason, but that is why they are going to be taking all of this land right here. Now, there is actually a bit of an issue that is actually going to be occurring right here. Is if we take a look at this, they just lost land. Now, to people that might be wondering why, it's because there's not enough people settled here, and it's just not working. So once these two realize that, they thought of a brand new plan, and that would be to create a brand new country that would be able to kind of fill this little spot right here, which is exactly what they do. So I don't know, they somehow just get a bunch of people who I guess want to make their own country, and poof, there's going to be a brand new country right here that's going to fill up this extra space that has just kind of been sitting here all empty and stuff. Okay, so as we see there, the brand new country right here that is officially filled in this little area right here will have a capital right here. But anyways, so these guys right here, boom, brand new country, and officially we have almost everything basically connected. I mean, these kind of count; they're all kind of in this like big bulge thing, with the only exceptions being these guys here and these guys right here. But that is going to be a pretty big thing to kind of successfully do, and I mean, it's not really going to happen anytime soon. Also because these guys really wanted that for that other sphere influence, but now that that's already done, they really couldn't care less about these guys. Also because they're fairly powerful and just also are not interested in any of this. They just kind of want to be neutral, so that's why that's going to be happening. But also, we must continue with this, with these guys actually being able to, what is this, like weird sand country. That's what I'm calling them. So the weird sand country is able to push them back out of this little exclave area and begin making their way up into this area right here with little to no resistance because they were so focused on this, which they're able to push back, but are also able to kind of like push in right here. So right now it's pretty interesting, but basically what's going to happen is these guys are going to push in here one more time until peace is made in both countries, because there's a bit of an issue, and that war has become very, and I mean very unpopular in these two areas, because this is like, what, the second or third time these guys have fought in not that long. So they agree that this war was stupid. They shouldn't have started it. These guys are definitely blaming it on these guys, and they don't really have an argument against that. So basically, what's going to happen is these guys are just going to go to their old borders, because their people are unhappy, and that could lead to very ungood things, especially in this one, which we might be seeing in a minute, actually. Perfect. So, as I was kind of hinting towards, these guys are gonna kind of have like a little civil war, because these areas just wanted to kind of break away, as because they do not want to constantly be at war with these guys. So basically, what's gonna happen is this very large chunk decides to actually kind of break away from this area, and what's going to happen is, since they already have a mobilized army, they could kind of start pushing through and towards this area, and especially at the top right here, where they're able to kind of like crush it down. And once these guys do make actually a pretty large push down here, it is well organized, and everything goes pretty well until they get to like a large stalemate right here, where these guys are actually able to kind of push out and down right here. But once this kind of happens, they're just asking, how about you just let us go, and we'll be on our way, and it'll all be peaceful. Which these guys go, I mean, they could still expand and stuff, and this is basically uninhabited. It's basically just non-existent. So basically, these guys are just going to agree after a little more fighting on a peace deal to let these guys go, sadly. So, but it will also help, I guess, kind of stabilize the country to get rid of some people. So that kind of works. Okay, so as we see right here, this brand new country right here is going to make their brand new capital. So now there's just now there's like two more. Damn, we're actually getting little in the age of more countries, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna call that, but basically, of course, we have to look at the big thing that's going on with I guess kind of the rise of the triangle team, because I think it's by quite a large margin safe to say that these guys would almost certainly win this war. What we will obviously be seeing is this is also kind of expected after a while. So these guys don't get jumped again. They also decide to join the good old circle team. So once they apply, they obviously get accepted. Yes. So these guys join, and I think it's also kind of obvious that these guys, they're basically just another version of these guys, just on another. I mean, to be fair, it is where they began, so it's basically just all the same. So I mean, it's where these guys originally stemmed off. Then they kind of swapped islands, but okay, I will get rid of it if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn these guys joined the triangle team. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them join them. I'm gonna feel really stupid. I could have sworn that they did. So, there you go. But yeah, no. As we're seeing, it's quite triangle dominated with they be quite diverse everywhere, and yeah. So the other alliances are kind of worried, and I mean, to be fair, the Square Team is kind of just a defensive active form with all the dictatorship countries, but to be fair, that's literally what it all is. But what I will be seeing and showing you guys is something very, very brand new. What you guys hopefully aren't expecting, but these guys right here, they do some more expanding. I'll get to that in a second, but they do something else. They find out that this is very anticlimactic. Why is this not working? They discover a brand new continent that for now I will be calling Australia because it for some reason kind of looks like it. So, once these guys find Australia, they send one of the largest search parties like ever to just completely like take a look at this because like this right here, this is crazy. This is insane. So obviously, these guys are going to begin to colonize this area, with them making a small little colony right around here on the little coast. But this is a big step up, and this is also really far away actually. So these guys have officially begun a brand new colony right here, and this has I guess marked like the first. I mean, this kind of counts as well. I mean, they're really far from here, but this is a brand new continent, so it's a pretty big accomplishment, if I do say. So these guys are able to discover this, but also the word does quickly spread, and a lot of other countries try to get a move on, like the Gray Team, because as they're going along, they're actually find out this island right here. They're able to find these two, which they are actually able to colonize both because they again they are really strong. So this does allow them to just kind of take quite a bit of land. So I guess this is by far the furthest land owned by a country. I mean, this just looks stupid, but I mean, hey, this series is stupid, but it works. So these guys are able to get all of this, but actually that was a lie. I was joking. They're way too far away. So what we're going to be having is, of course, a breakaway. From what is going to be these two islands right here. They're just going to... Yeah, I need an excuse for more countries, okay? But trust me, I will admit that these guys will definitely be colonizing. Just, I mean, they're on the right side of the globe and everything. For example, the blue team... I mean, no, they still can. It'll just be a little more annoying, but they'll actually probably be very soon. It just takes longer. So yeah, no, this brand new country right here, which is the first actual country that's not on the continent, actually. So that's going to be very interesting, and we must, of course, get them a brand new capital city, which is going to be, if I could just get the right color, voila, it will be right here on this main island right here. That is these guys' brand new city, capital city, as a matter of fact. That looks a little too small, is it? Nah, that's fine. So, now with this brand new country right here is slowly showing that this world is expanding quite quickly, and it also shows that a lot of countries have it's really just progressed. I mean, this world has gone a lot more advanced. This is just showing by itself. Even these guys just being able to voyage all the way there. That's a very far distance. But I do also want to say that these guys are pretty good relationship with these guys, so they're kind of using their navy. So that's the only reason they were able to get this far, and that was really pushing how far like the navy could go, because they got like a massive fleet. I'm talking about like one of the biggest in history, like dozens if not hundreds of ships just sent there, and only like what 4 survived, and it led to this country. So do not expect this to be the normal. This was very crazy and an impressive feat. So that is a good job to these guys, and I guess also the Island Nation team right there. But what we will also be seeing is actually these guys right here. What they have been recently doing is, as I shown here, a lot of exploring, and they actually decide to explore the rest of this island right here. But there's a bit of a problem. They kind of get lost, and they kind of just like keep going, but like they don't know where they really went. So after a couple months and years, they decide they 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 were hoping for help, but help was not sent to them, and they were just kind of abandoned and stuck there. So the couple thousand people that were just kind of like there and waiting decided it is time to form a brand new country because I mean no one was going to come and save them. So that is like kind of the reasoning. So what is going to be happening is there's going to be a brand new country that I need to find a color for, except I don't know what I haven't used. I've used every color that's ever existed. My God, what else is there not? Hold on. There's what? Okay, maybe some like shade of orange, like this. That kind of works. You know what? We'll stick with it. So basically, these guys are just kind of this kind of big blob. So basically, they're kind of like the discoverers. They're the explorers, and they kind of got like left by their old country, and I mean, they really couldn't care less for a few thousand men. So that is what has led to this brand new country. So, and I think you guys are seeing a reoccurrence here that I'm really pushing for brand new countries, which don't worry, that won't be a thing for too long. I just need to pump out a few more nations to kind of get stuff going and also to keep the story interesting. Like, look at these guys. They're pretty cool, huh? Whatever, for a very important event. These guys disputes, blah, blah, blah. Finally, war. These guys have had enough. They can't take it anymore. Just let them have this province. So what these guys are going to do is they're going to make some large pushes up here and actually make a quick encirclement, capturing all of this area right here. And, I mean, this was a very, very expected moment. What is happening? This was a very expected moment, so obviously they're going to be very quickly pushed back, and especially down here, where they were stationing a lot of their troops, where also an encirclement happens. Of course, there isn't a bunch English. There isn't a bunch of troops here, but still not the best. So these guys are now just going like back and forth with just kind of like constant stuff, like left and right. It's pure chaos, and then these guys, they finally get a little foothold by taking a large pushback right here. Now, obviously, this is a very dangerous thing to do in this area because you have countries everywhere. Like these guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they start attacking because, I mean, they might be weak, but it just gives them a chance to become stronger. So, like, and especially these guys, they start attacking here, so any given time, anything could really happen. So these guys do just kind of make a pushback until it gets to here again, and it's just kind of like a stalemate. And these guys are very even and like equally matched. So this is going to be happening for a very, very, very long time until, of course, there's going to be a few nations that decide to declare war on each one just to hopefully get some more land. Like, for example, these guys start declaring war on these guys, and so on and so on. But also these guys declare war on these guys because they are good pals and friends. So these guys are able to push these guys out, and then these guys actually declare war on these guys to get some more land because they're weak, but they continued attacking these guys. Confusing, isn't it? But these guys are also able to push back actually right here. Then these guys decide to finish the job and continue pushing down here, which allows them to kind of crush this nation right here. So it kind of starts looking like this. But then, of course, these guys are actually going to declare war on these ones because they're kind of occupied and they're kind of busy. So now what we're looking at is basically an all-out war with a bunch of these countries. So this is kind of crazy. So now we have these guys pushing from this way, these guys pushing from this way. Then we also have these guys pushing from this way, but they are being pushed back. Because if I had to guess, if there was like a power ranking between all of these countries, these guys would be number one, I would say. Number two would probably go to these guys up here. Three, I think these ones. Four, probably between one of these two. Five, one of them. And then 6, 7, I think that's safe to say. But yeah, these guys, it is just a really back and forth thing, with them eventually making a large spearhead to completely just destroy the capital as fast as possible in hopes of not dying, because these guys, yeah, no, they're really close and actually are able to capture the capital. which begins to capitulate the country. These guys are able to go here, and these ones are actually able to go here, but that is not before the last order is sent to just completely send all your troops and destroy the capital. So these guys, after losing their capital, sent everything they had to destroy the capital of these guys. And now, with not really much left, they all kind of decide for peace, because this just kind of got chaotic, if I had to say, actually. Okay, so in this chaos right here, this border didn't really change, because they agreed that that would have caused a bit more issues, and I mean, these guys are a little bit stronger, so they decided it was best not to really touch on that. This right here is officially, I think, the weakest country on Earth right now. I think I said that last time. I don't remember what it was. It was like the smallest countries. I think it was like these guys, or yeah, it was like those guys. But officially, it is these guys, which are now significantly smaller than they were. And I mean, literally not too long ago, they owned like all of that. So, if I had to say, a bit of a downgrade, if you asked me. But the last thing is, stop doing that. We will be seeing, actually, these guys do a bit of expansion, because they haven't done anything in a while. But obviously, that is actually going to do it for today's episode. But I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm personally kind of tired, so and I kind of focused on a lot of just like countries being created to eventually like set the stage for more interesting stuff to happen. And in the next episode, hopefully we'll be talking about more for the this chaos is going on, because I think you guys like seeing war. I mean, I don't know. I think so. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe, because I mean, originally I would say let's get to 100 subscribers, but we did that a lot faster by the end of the year. So I think the brand new goal is to get well, right now we're in May, so we have what? June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We have 7 months. I think we could get to like 250 subscribers by then. So we have to get 100. So more than point is what we have now, over double. So I think we could do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and